me catch our paperwork back up here a little bit. Substitute for John. He's still working on our problems here. Nice pitch in the outside corner. Took that one for strike number 3. One away in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0. The Falcons having a lead with that ball in the 1st inning. And now we got ourselves in the 3rd inning, making our way along. Okay, wind at the pitch, low and in the dirt. Ball 2. I believe we got Hunter Shell, the center fielder, up here with 2 balls and no strike. Matt takes a windup. The pitch, little in the inside. Ball 3. Ball 4. Boy, Hunter didn't have to take the bat off of his shoulder. All 4 straight pitches. Well, okay, back to the start of the lineup again. We have Oscar Kanata. Oscar stepping in, first time up. He had a fly ball to left field. Nice long drive, but in this big ballpark, it was just a long out. There's a windup to pitch, a high ball 1 for Oscar. There's a pop-up over the first base side, over to the right, and out of play. Runs our count to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Oscar swinging away. Out in first is Hunter Shell. Takes the lead off. There's a pitch low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt getting a sign. Lead off at first. Not enough to get a throw. Oh, an off-speed pitch on the inside. Swing and a miss by Kanata. Evens that count up at 2-2. Hunter on first base. Getting his lead. No, nice. Look over. Here comes an off-speed curveball. Fly to right field. Come over and settling under it. And making the catch, Jody Blom. 2 away. Stepping in now, Treat Williams. Treat Williams, the catcher. The guy pinch running for him came around and scored the only run on a pass ball. Gave the Falcons a 1-0 lead. Here's the windup, the pitch, outside of the breaking ball. Just gets away from the catcher for a minute, but doesn't go very far. And the runner is unable to advance. Ball 1. Wind up the pitch, high. Ball 2. Treat taking that pitch on first base. Hunter Shell getting his workout, going back and forth. Now he's taking his lead. Gets a walking lead. Now a little farther, stretch a little bit farther. Wind up the pitch, high. Ball 3. All right. Treat's probably going to get a take here. There's 3 balls, no strikes. Runner on first. He got a chance to move on to second with the walk. Fastball right down the middle. Runs that count to 3-1. Hunter We're stretching that lead out again. It's a pitch right down the middle, swing and miss. Nice cut by Treat. Came up empty-handed. Makes that count go 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now that 3-0 count is run up to 3-2. We'll see what happens here. Is went to pitch, foul back. The runner was going. Started all over again. We'll have Hunter Shell come back to first base and set up again.
Well, fastball here misses away, and that will be so. A walk issued to Treat Williams. So I'm aware our stream is just bad, and we're not 100% sure why. So at the moment, we're just gonna have it's gonna drop every now and then, and it's gonna be a little choppy, and the video quality is not gonna be so good, and I apologize for that. But we've done everything we know how to do outside of getting hardwired internet out here, and I just. This one is difficult because we used the same exact setup last year and it worked fine. So I'm not 100% sure how to handle this at the moment, but we're going to limp through this broadcast, and when we get to the end of this, we'll try to redo things, and hopefully for the game this afternoon and then tomorrow's 2 games, we'll have something figured out. But kind of what it comes down to in some instances is that if the upload speed on your wireless connection isn't good, this is what it is. Fastball misses up high, so the count goes to 3-1. I mean, worst case scenario, we'll drop the video altogether and just do audio if we absolutely have to.
Yeah, we might have to end up doing that. It's too bad.
Ooh, that was a good pitch. That fastball missed up, evidently. So the walk issued to Drake Pearson. And now the bases are loaded for Houston here.
That was a nice looking. The umpire didn't buy it. That's all that counts.
We're going to have a meeting at the mound here. And again, we've just to go back to what we've been doing, working on this broadcast thing, I realized the picture is not as clear as it usually is at home. And
it'll just have to be choppy for right now.
And it just dropped out again. But I realize it keeps chopping out and stuff, and we apologize for that. But trust us, we're doing the best we can here. And there is no hardwired internet in this park.
No,
it doesn't exist. So you have to use. We're using a jetpack to try to use a mobile data plan to make it work, and sometimes it's just not. It just doesn't work all that great. Here's a ground ball out to short. Throw to first is in time. Boy, that's a really nice play out there at shortstop by Ben Raplogel. Fired it across the first, and Tulsa gets out of the inning without a whole lot of damage being done. So Rene Ramirez grounds out 6-3. That will send us to the top of inning number 4, a 1-0 lead for Houston. Be back here in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA World Series. To the top of the fourth inning we go. Leading things off for Tulsa is Matt Merrill. And Matt Merrill, Dan Merrill, and Seth Collingham to face Garrett Mulligan as that is fouled back on a play. 0-1 the count on Merrill. Now the wind and the delivery. Off-speed pitch swing and a miss. Boy, it's a really nice-looking curveball, and the count goes to 0-2. And that will miss away. Shot back, foul again. So stay at 1-2 here with no outs. We're in the top of inning number 4 and a 1-0 lead for Houston. And, if you're just watching us and we're having some issues, clearly the video's been cutting out from time to time, and we apologize for that. But down on strikes goes Matt Merrill. Good pitch there from Garrett Mulligan, and lost in all this is a pretty good baseball game going on right now. If we could get our stuff fixed here, but what we're going to do for the rest of this game, folks, for those of you who are just kind of going in and out and checking to see if it's working, we're just going to get through this game. So if it drops out, it does whatever, that's what's going to happen. We're going to try to bring you this coverage as much as we can and focus on that and focus on these kids playing baseball for now, and we'll try to fix the rest later. So the delivery here, fastball right down the middle, 0-1 the count on Dan Merrill, the DH. He singled back in the second inning. And now the count moves to 1-1. Looking at it on my phone, looks moment. There's a line shot out to second, knocked down, picked up and thrown across to first by Drake Pearson, and Pearson will get the out there. So 4-3 goes the put out, 2 gone, and now Seth Collingham to the plate. And the delivery here, fastball misses up and away, 1-0 the count on Collingham. That line back up the middle. Wow, what a play by the shortstop, Kanata. He'll fire the first and get the out. That is a beautiful play by Oscar Kanata. And 6-3 goes the putout. 3 up, 3 down for Tulsa here in the fourth. We'll go to the bottom of inning number 4. A 1-0 lead for Houston. Back here in just a moment. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Houston leading at 1-0. It will be Philippe Cruz, the DH, followed by Christian Springfield and Tom Brockner. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball. 0-1. The count now on Philippe. This fouled back out of play. Count quickly moves to 0-2. Philippe flied out to center in his only at bat so far today. But I'm telling you, that wind is really howling. Picking up to 15, 20 miles an hour. Fastball misses up and away there, and count moves now to 1-2. And you can hear it in our microphones. That is, when things aren't cutting out, that there's some issue with the wind there. The foul's back on a play, and the count will stay at 1-2. Been a relatively quick-moving baseball game here as we're into the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, Matt's had a few walks mixed in. A couple of good pitches that were close calls. He got a walk in, but he got out of the inning. And Garrett has just been fantastic. And then that play at second base to close out the bottom of the inning, man, that was, or the top inning, that was really fantastic by the second baseman.
Now count moves to 2-2. That foul back out of play. Matt Merrill into his fourth inning of work as the righty winds and fires. There's
nice.
called strike three and a pitch right down the middle.
Nice
and
pitch.
Philippe Cruz down on strikes. That will bring Christian Springfield to the plate. Well, Springfield will stand in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the second.
For the most part, the pitchers have been hard on the batters this game.
This foul back to the screen. 0-1 the count on Springfield. Well, the wind, the delivery, curveball.
Oh,
that
nice.
Call the strike over that outside corner. The part about those is it is in the dirt once it crosses the plate, but it's where it crosses it, not really where you catch it that matters.
Yeah, that thing came dropping in. I mean,
there's a swing and a miss and a little bit of steam on that fastball, too. And back-to-back strikeouts here is.
I'll tell you, Matt's done a nice job out there. He's had a little control problem there for a while. You got those three. But a couple times, a little help from the umpire, he'd have been all right.
That fastball misses up and away. Want to know the count on Tom Brockner. So far today is 0 for 1, popped out to the second baseman in his only at bat.
Nice pitch.
And count will even up at 1-1.
Wouldn't be surprised he came with a little bit of an off-speed pitch here. Yep.
That's a curveball, swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2.
They all gathered around the mound when Matt was warming up, like looking him over real good. Boy, he's been lights out this inning.
That fastball misses low and away. The count will even up here at 2-2.
Tom stepping in as the left fielder.
And was that a swing? It was. And down on strikes goes Brockner. So Merrill strikes out the side. 1-2-3 goes Houston here in the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Still a 1-0 lead for Houston. Back here in just a moment with more from the HWSA. That was a swing and a miss. And Jordy Blaum leading off this 5th inning for Tulsa. Blaum, Ansel, and Sam Raplogel, the bottom part of the lineup, do here for Tulsa. Off-speed pitch, that'll miss, slow and away. And so the count now will even up at 1-1.
He's right fielder, and I tell you, one of the worst places I ever had to play was in the outfield anywhere. I could not judge the ball off the bat. I was much better in the infield.
1-2 now the count. Delivery here from Garrett. This is chopped down toward first. They're going to let that roll foul. And the count will stay at 1-2. So Garrett Mulligan works his 5th inning here. It's actually been a really good baseball game. I've seen some unbelievable plays. Oscar Kanata out there at short made a ridiculous
clear over second base by the time he got that ball.
Back a couple innings ago, made a full-out dive to come up with it, and then got up and made the throw to first on top of it.
The ball was hit so hard that it gave him that little time. I couldn't believe he got to the ball, first off.
2-2 delivery here from Mulligan. Fastball misses away, and now it'll go full at 3-2. And the 3-2 delivery. Fastball, and misses up and away.
Ooh.
Close pitch, but
that was a close one. The pitcher really wanted that one. Boy, so Garrett thought he had him.
The walk issued to Blaum, and that will bring Brooke Ansel up to the plate.
Well, you'll have to say the umpire, I think, has been pretty consistent.
So runner down there at first for Tulsa. Mulligan fires. Bunt is foul up the first base line. So 0-1 the count on Ant.
We come across a lot of names. I don't think Antel's been one of them before.
Nope. I don't think so. There's a bunt, and that's going to kick foul. By the way, good job by the catcher behind the plate, Treat Williams, of jumping on that immediately when it went foul. It would have been a tough throw to first of all, and secondly, your lead runner would have easily made it up to second.
Yeah.
So Treat went ahead and just grabbed it, took away any chance of that thing rolling back into fair territory.
Because it rained here last night, believe it or not. They actually got rain, and there's a few little clods where they kicked them up with the cleats, and you get a little touch with one of those, and the ball could have gone fair.
Well, it makes it a little tough too. That throw from that angle, the first is not always easy either. That bunt's pulled back, and the count now 1-2. Ansel, and he's still looking to bunt, surprisingly.
Yeah, he was squared around the bunt.
So now Mulligan looks in, comes set, runner leads off of first. Here's the delivery, fastball right over the outside corner, and down on strikes goes Brooke Ansel. That's a nice pitch. So one gone here in the top of the 5th, and now Sam Raplogel to the plate. So Raplogel will stand in after striking out swinging back in the 3rd inning. Now this is about the breeziest I can remember it being coming down here.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's almost flat out windy today. This fouled back off the bunt out of play.
It's getting right close to us back here over the top.
0-1 the count on Raplogel. Did that just land in his bag?
It did.
I'm not sure if it did or not, but everybody ran back there like it did.
Oh, my man.
Delivery here. Curveball misses in the dirt away. And 1-1. The count now on Replogle.
Oh,
This fouled back to the screen. And the count will move now to 1-2.
there's a seaplane over here. It keeps taking off and landing off the lake. Interesting.
Delivery here. That fastball missing away. Count now at 2-2.
Bob getting his lead over there. Not a long lead.
That fastball misses down. And now 3-2 the count with one out here in the fifth. And pitcher will step off the rubber here. And there's strike three. So down on strikes goes Replogle, and now 2 gone in the inning, and back around to the top of the order for Nano Moss.
I'm telling you what, he had some mustard on that pitch. Sam never had a chance at that thing.
Take a second, try to get another baseball here.
Oh, Nano grounded out in the first inning, and then he was called out in strikes the second time up. He can get the ball, batting the ball. Of course, he's the leadoff batter. That's when they count to do that.
So Moss stands in. Honor down there at first. And as Mulligan comes set. And will deliver home. Fastball. That's lined into right. I mean, on a rope almost. And runner trying to go first to third. He will make it. And now they got runner in between first and second. Out trying to get back to second base is Nano Moss trying to run back and forth in between first and second base. And I'm not completely sure that's the right call, but
I would agree with you. I think a little bit. I have a question about that. I thought he made it.
The problem is that's really not the kind of out you want to make to
finish
an inning, especially when you have a runner at third base. In any case, that will end it for the threat here in the fifth, as we will take a break, come back with the bottom of inning number 5, 1-0 lead for Houston. Back in just a moment. Here's you're watching the HWSA. So the count moves to 3-1 on Garrett Mulligan, the pitcher here. And that fastball misses up high. So a walk issued to Mulligan as he'll head down there to first. 1-0 the lead for Houston. We are in the bottom of the 5th. We do appreciate you joining us and kind of putting up with the glitchiness of the broadcast. Things dropping out and coming back. We do appreciate that. We are hopefully going to resolve that issue. Although if it's a cell tower data issue, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, unfortunately. So we're just gonna deal with it and we'll try to fix it. But we appreciate you for sticking with it here. As that fastball misses low and in, and now 1-0 the count on Hunter Shell, the number 9 hitter here in center fielder.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot we can do with the tower. It's just what it is.
And bunt shown there, but pulling that back is Shell. Now 2-0 the count.
I tell you what, this has been a good game in spite of all the.
It has. It's been a very good game.
The game in the field has been very good.
Sam Raploe going way in on the grass at third. I mean, a good 10 feet at least. And now he's creeping even farther. And there's a bunt attempt, but a miss. So the count will move to 2-1 now on Shell.
Yeah, he's expecting a bunt. Hope that guy doesn't swing away.
If he does, you better have really good reflexes.
Boy, he better. I mean, he's really coming in on his third base line. Now he's backed up a step or two.
Warner leads off of first. There's a swing and the count goes back to 2-2. And now Sam says, "Yeah, you know what?
I'll go back over here.
Just gonna take a few steps back." Of course, now with 2 strikes, the odds of him trying to put down a bunt here are pretty low.
That's what Sam's figuring.
So delivery here from Merrill and a swing and a miss. Boy, still some steam on that. And
I'll tell you what, Matt, since he took that warm-up last inning, he whistled through the last inning, and this ain't just like butter, man. I mean, he's had a fantastic pitch. Good fastballs.
so back around to the top of the order, Oscar Kanata, who made a ridiculous play at shortstop earlier in this game. All-out dive behind second base, and then threw out the runner at first on top of all that. Made a phenomenal defensive play. This popped up into right field deep, and I mean really deep, and it's gone. Boy, I didn't think it had that much off the bat, did you?
That we haven't seen very many home runs here over the years.
Well, Oscar Kanata just hit it out, and it looked like a fly ball off the bat.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was.
Well, you know, it's got a strong wind behind it. This wind is blowing to right field. And I'm telling you what, that was hit. But I think the wind had a little help to it. See that flag way it's blowing out there? It had a lot of push behind it. But
Well, I mean, it had a little bit of pop off the bat, but I didn't think there was that much going on.
I think the wind had a lot to do with it, but
When
he's still got a lot
I was
on it.
watching
though.
that right
I mean,
fielder,
oh
and he
my.
kept drifting back, and I thought, well, maybe that's hit a lot harder than I thought it was.
I mean, you don't see that in this field very often.
No, they can count on probably one hand the amount of home runs I've seen in this park. This popped up in the middle of the field, and that eventually played by the second baseman, Nano Moss. And so 2 here. Wow.
Well, that caught everybody by surprise. We had a pitch and do it with nobody getting hardly any hits. And
All of a sudden,
that
he
thing,
just
whew,
puts it out down that right field line. I mean,
that woke up people.
sure did. That's a foul ball back to the screen, and 0-1 the count. Drake Pearson at the plate. Pearson on the day, walked back in the third inning and grounded out to short in the first. Delivery here from Merrill. That fastball up and in. And the count will move now to 1-1.
Still can't believe he did that. That was just so surprising. I mean, we do have.
Usually, I mean, you could tell that was hit a little bit, but the way it came off the bat, it didn't
Yeah, usually you know how.
look like it was going to go, but that's in the dirt off the outside corner. 2-1 the count now on Pearson.
But this is, well, they got sometimes, I bet it's sometimes 15-mile-an-hour wind behind it.
I said popped up into right. It just kept going. That's a little bit more than a pop in the right. It just kept going.
He did the right thing. He got under and got it way up in the air. I'm telling you what, it got up in that air and it rode that out of here. But usually, even with those in this park here, you don't see that.
And that hit sky high out behind second base. Nano Moss, he had to drift back and wind almost blew it over his head.
It did.
Well, that'll do it for the inning. So 2 runs on 1 hit. That would be the bomb off the bat of Oscar Canada. And also a strikeout and a walk in that inning. We'll go to the top of the 6th, a 3-0 lead for the Houston Falcons. Back here with more from the HWSA in a moment. To the 6th inning we go. I guess it would help if I actually changed our scoreboard here. On top of the 6th we go, a 3-0 lead for Houston. Tulsa needs to get busy here, and this is the right part of the order to do it. Evan Jacoby, the number 2 hitter. Fastball over the outside corner for a strike. It's Jacoby followed by Replogle and then Matt Merrill. So again, Jacoby, Replogle, and Merrill. Is that over the outside corner for a strike. And for Tulsa, trying to repeat as champions, they got to get on it quickly.
Yeah, they got a big job ahead of them. They're running out of time.
Delivery here. Curveball misses down low. 1-2 the count on Jacoby.
Tell you what, Mulligan pitched a whale of a game. I mean, he has been tough.
Delivery here. The righty winds and fires, and that's chopped foul back behind home plate. Count will stay at 1-2. Actually, Mulligan and Matt Merrill both have done a really nice job.
Oh, they both pitched nice games, yeah. That home run just broke up a tight pitching duel. Wow. Still, even with the wind, I can't believe I went out. He just really had to get something into that.
Delivery here. Curveball over the outside corner, called strike 3. Boy, that's just a nasty pitch right there. So 1 gone. That brings Ben Replogle to the plate. So Replogle stands in. 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts today. That fastball misses away. 1-0 the count on Ben, and the wind has not let up much.
No, it's not.
It's just been howling out toward right. That's right behind us and right into our microphones. There's a strike there. Count will even up now at 1-1. And now Tried to call for time. The ump didn't grant it. There's a fastball that misses low and away. At least it looked like he did anyway.
Man, I certainly wouldn't want the job of batting against Garrett.
Now that fastball,
look at
and
that.
that's hit a ton toward left.
Watch out.
That one sounded good off the bat, and that will roll all the way to the fence off a couple of hops. And on with a one-out double is Bender Plogel, and that will bring Matt Merrill to the plate. And right now, Merrill can help his own cause.
Yeah, he sure can. Boy, that, I tell you what, now that sounded with more authority than the home run.
Well, it was hitting more on a rope. That home run was just hitting
That was hit high.
and deep.
That was the difference in him right there. Well, and he hit his to left center in the home right field where the wind is blowing straight out, and he got it way high.
So Merrill stands in, the cleanup hitter, who is 0 for 2, struck out swinging both times at the plate. Delivery here, and that fastball over the inside corner for a strike.
Well, Matt would like to get a hold of one here, really help his cause a whole lot. Got a guy in scoring position, so right, first time today.
Delivery here, curveball, swing and a miss. And the count now at 0-2.
When he does something like that, that just makes it really difficult. An off-speed curveball after that fastball, wow.
Delivery here, curveball, misses up high, just a touch. The count will go to 1-2. So Replogle leads off of second. Tulsa trying to get on the board here in the 6th. And that fouled back out of play. Count will stay at 1-2.
Yeah, got a good cut at it that time.
So again, Merrill stands in. Mulligan trying to work out of a little bit of a jam here in the 6th. Curveball, that's fouled off. And it'll stay at 1-2.
Boy, he hung on to it.
And got just enough of that to
give him another shot. Base hit now. Get that first run in for Jaguars. Maybe it'll get them rolling.
So Mulligan looks in. Now comes set and delivers. Curveball, that's fouled back to the screen. Well, Merrill continues to battle here, trying to keep things alive for Tulsa in the 6th.
Yeah, the more he does that, the more he gets down the speed and so forth to pitch. The greater his opportunity getting hit.
Replogle leads off a second. Mulligan comes set now, delivers home. Fastball called strike 3 over the outside corner at the knees. And down on the third time today goes Merrill, and that's 2 gone, and that will bring Dan Merrill, the designated hitter, to the plate. Well, that's the hard part, is that you foul off a couple and then you get a couple of off-speed pitches you're trying to chase and stay alive, and then all of a sudden a fastball low and away, and there's not a whole lot you can do with it.
Yeah, that was tough.
That was good placement, too, of that pitch. Yeah, again, not really a whole lot you can do with it.
Yeah, he was hoping it would drift out on the outside of the plate there. He hung on.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate by Williams. 1-0 the count on Dan. So Mulligan comes set. And now we'll deliver home. Fastball, called a strike.
Good pitch right at the knees.
That was chopped foul up the third base line. Again, apologize for the cutout there. First time in a while that it dropped completely off the map, but now so 3-2 the count here. Now a little meeting at the mound. So back to some more of the major type of string issues now. It's bumped us off a couple of times here completely, and again, we apologize for that. And unfortunately, during this particular game, there's not a whole lot we can do about it, and I'm not real sure there's a whole lot we can do about it anyway. But it's unfortunately is an issue at the moment. We're going to try to deal with it, but we're just going to get through this game the best we can. Mulligan delivers home. Off-speed pitch misses high, and the walk issued to Merrill. So runners on first and second here for the Jaguars, as that will bring Seth Collingham, the catcher, to the plate. As Seth, so far on the day, is 0 for 2. So Mulligan looking in, gets the sign. First and second here for Tulsa. 3-0 lead for Houston in the 6th. Fastball, that's lined out of play. Boy, that hit pretty solid. 0-1 the count on Collingham. So again, Mulligan comes set, looks at second, now delivers home. Fastball. Ooh.
Oh, that was nice.
Must have missed the way or something there. So 1-1 the count on Collingham.
Well, he must take good advantage of it.
Mulligan comes set. And delivers home. Off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. And the count goes to 1-2.
Well, Seth Collingsworth has got a chance to do some damage. He's got the guys on first and second. Unfortunately, there are 2 outs, and Jaguars need a score.
So Mulligan looks in. Gets the sign here. Runners lead off for first and second. And the 1-2 pitch, that misses low. Count will go to 2-2 now. So again, runners lead off of first and second. Delivery here, off-speed pitch, that misses low and away. Now the count goes full at 3-2. Mulligan starting to struggle just a touch here.
Little
Some
bit
location
control.
and
Got that one good double off the fence out there, and a little bit of control problems now.
Mulligan delivers here, and that misses low. In fact, bounces in.
Here comes the coach out for a little conference. That's 2 walks in a row.
Another walk there. That's going to load the bases with 2 outs.
Well, here's his
See
chance.
what they elect to do here, whether they let Mulligan work through this or what the plan is. Apparently that's what they're going to do. And the problem right now for Garrett is the fact that he's not locating soft speed pitches really.
Brought him out a drink of water, it looks like.
Yeah, bring him a drink.
I don't believe I've seen that before. In the middle of an inning to bring out a drink of water.
Not really sure I have either. Although I think they asked if they could do that.
Yeah, he asked the umpire. The umpire, I think I saw him ask the umpire, and the umpire gave him the permission. Yeah. Well, I believe I would let him ride his fastball through this and see what he can do. Got a little control problem. The curveball might be giving him. There you go.
And fastball over the outside corner at the knees. 0-1 the count on Jordy Blaum. He has walked back in the fifth and struck out looking in the second. Delivery here, that's fouled out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 on Jordy.
Yeah, no cute stuff right now. It's just fastball right down through it, both in a row.
Well, this is really the one key opportunity for Tulsa here. They haven't had too many opportunities, and this is a big one. That chop foul.
Yeah, all fastballs. The trouble is, it's fastball to get it timed. They could drive one pretty good, but with his control problem, the way it's gotten a little bit lately, you don't want to go too much to the off-speed stuff right now.
Ball grounded back up the middle, played by the second baseman, who will flip to second. That is Pearson over to Kanana, and that will do it. So, sixth inning goes by with no damage done. There were a couple of strikeouts and 2 walks to go along with the 1 hit out of the inning, which is a double by Ben Raplogel. They'll head to the bottom of inning number 6, and still a 3-0 lead for Houston. Back here in just a moment. You're watching the HWSA. Bottom of the 6th we go. I think I just left our microphones open that entire time.
Did you?
We've had so many glitches that
What's
maybe
that
no one heard anything anyway. Who knows at this point? Maybe no one's even paying
Uh-huh.
attention anymore.
I'd love to know what the deal is with this tower or whatever's going on there.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it in between games. We have it fixed, if not by this afternoon, by tomorrow, and have a glitch-free broadcast. But that's, anytime you're working with computer equipment and on top of that cell phone equipment and cell tower equipment, we have a Wi-Fi jetpack where you're relying upon those kind of things. If something goes down or the system slows down or something, you're in trouble. Wow, that ball hit a mile high, but it'll hang up some and played by the left fielder.
His problem was he should hit it to right field instead of left field.
So Brooks Antle with the catch out there in left. As one gone here in the bottom of inning number 6, as that will bring Philippe Cruz to the plate. So Cruz followed by Springfield here. Fastball, that misses away. 1-0 the count on Cruz. 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Fastball right down the middle. That will even up the count at 1-1.
I think the Falcons have Rene Ramirez warming up. Might see a pitch coming in.
This popped up in the infield. Actually drifts out towards right center now and played by Evan Jacoby.
Yeah, that wind. You pop it up one place and you have to go back about 10, 15, 20 feet. Catch the ball, the wind blows it on out.
So 2 up, 2 down to Christian Springfield we go. He's 0 for 2, struck out a couple of times today. And did that hit the glove or what? That sounded odd. Whatever that went off of, but a missed bunt there from Springfield makes it 0-1.
I don't know if it hit a shin guard or what it is. Hit something, it sounded like.
I don't think it went off the bat at all, so.
No.
A swing and a miss.
Although they did call a strike.
A fastball, so now 0-2.
Did he swing at that?
Thought so.
He did?
Thought he swung.
Oh, okay.
Although anymore, just that he definitely swung at a swing and a miss and down on strikes. Go Springfield. 3 up, 3 down in the 6th. So no runs, no hits. There was 1 strikeout. We'll head to the top of the 7th. It's do or die for Tulsa as they trail it 3-0. Back here with more of this HWSA Division I semifinal in just a moment. To the top of inning number 7 we go, a 3-0 lead for Houston. That misses inside. 1-0 the count. Is that right down the middle? Did you say Kessbrock?
Kessbrock is pinch hitter.
So Kess standing in here. And that's chopped foul up the third base line, and it's 1-2. Staying out there on the mound is one and zero the count here on Sam Replogle, and now we'll go to 2-0 as Oscar Kanana comes out on the mound, and the righty winds and fires, and now it's 3-0 as Kanana comes in relief. Garrett Mulligan goes out to second base. I'll tell you the shortstop is here in just a moment too, as that misses inside. And the walk issued to Sam Replogle. The back run the top of the order, Fernando Moss. Drake Pearson, by the way, is over at short now. So Pearson goes to short, and Anno Moss stands in. Runner at first. One out here in the top of the seventh, and a 3-0 lead for the Falcons.
Oscar making a throw to first base. Really, honestly, I wouldn't worry about him. He can't beat you.
So Kanata come curve
Nice
right
curve.
down the middle. And the count now 0-1 on Nano.
Boy, that was one beautiful curve. It started in toward the batter, broke out over the plate.
So again, Kanata delivers. That's in the dirt. And the count moves to 1-1.
Good stop by Treat back there. He's done a good job behind the plate today.
So Kanata comes set. Now delivers. That misses low. And the count now 2-1. Kanata comes set, glanced at first, now delivers home. That fastball misses low. And now 3-1 the count.
And those balls are not questions either. They're balls. A lot of pressure on the young man, isn't it? Good job by Treat going out and taking some time to settle him down a little bit.
Was this an out back in the third? Was that flying out to right, or what'd you write here? Is that an out? Is that a hit?
It looks like an out.
All right. So Kanana comes set, delivers home. That's called a strike.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's close.
That's one of those that could have gone either way there. The Falcons are sending a couple guys in the warm-up bullpen.
Delivery here off speed. That misses. And now another walk issued. So runners at first and second with one out here in the seventh. And now Evan Jacoby steps up. Well, things are getting a little interesting. Again, the Jaguars had a chance last inning. They had, I believe it was the bases loaded with 2 outs. Cannot get a run across. Now they have runners at first and second with 1 out here in the seventh.
High school rules. Does it permit a pitcher to return later in any game?
No, you can.
You
You can in softball.
Yeah, but not in high school baseball. Okay.
Softball. There's essentially no rules to high school softball.
Yeah,
that's what I figured out. Off-speed
Oh,
pitch, call
there
the
you
strike
go.
over that outside corner, and count now 0-2.
That was a key pitch right there. That was a nice, soft outside curveball. Just broke over the outside of the plate. About belt high.
So again, runners lead off of first and second. Kanata glances back at second base. Now comes home. That curveball misses away. In fact, gets away from Williams. And everybody will move up a base.
Well, the treat scared me. He went like he threw it at first, and thankfully he didn't do that.
Well, there's really, I mean, again, go back to the point that you made earlier. Those runners at second and third really don't matter.
No, if you get
You
the
have to get
every
the
batter
out.
Just get the batters out. That's all you got to do.
Now,
Makes it
if
look better,
this hitter gets on base,
then you're in trouble.
then you got to start worrying about some things. Kanata comes set, delivers home, fastball, called strike three over that outside corner. And down on strikes goes Evan Jacoby. So now 2 gone. And Ben Rapogel, the number 3 hitter, stands in. Now he doubled last time he was at the plate. He's also struck out twice, but he hit a ball deep to left field.
Oh, boy. He gave it a ride. That was a nice pitch. That was a good outside, on the outside corner of the plate, and it was a good pitch. It was a strike all. Just caught the batter a little offhanded, and wasn't ready for it.
Delivery here, off-speed pitch, misses low and in.
Well, Falcons are smelling a victory here. They got to get this guy right here. He can sure give it a ride, though.
Fastball over the inside corner, about thigh high. Count will move to 1-1.
I was already swinging with him. I thought he was for sure going to go after that one. Fastball right over the plate, the outside part of the plate. That's one he could have driven.
So again, coming set is Kanata, delivers, that bounces in. Good stop by Williams behind the plate. Count will move to 2-1.
Treat's made a lot of good plays back there, digging stuff out and not letting them past him.
And the thing about it is he's been smart behind the plate too. He's not been careless.
Yes. Like that throw he could have made to third base. I was not sure he was going to throw a wild throw to third base running that ball. He held on to it.
2-1 delivery. That misses low, and now the count moves to 3-1.
Oh, the time run is the guy at the plate, however. You got to keep that in mind, but as long as you get him out.
Yeah, you don't worry about the guys at second and third, but you do need to worry about him.
You sure do.
3-1 delivery.
Uh-oh.
And there's ball 4.
Oh,
boy.
Now you got worried.
Well, bases are loaded, and guess who's coming to the plate? Matt Merrill.
Oh, yes.
Not only the cleanup hitter, but the pitcher on the other side. So
got a chance
he
to
is
really make
very
things count.
motivated at this point to make something happen. Well, I'm saying one thing. If you're Tulsa, this is the situation you'd like to be in. I mean, if you can have the bases loaded and your cleanup hitter up in the 7th needing to hit, that's kind of where you want to go.
This is interesting. They're bringing in Ramirez. Now, he was the one that was warming up between the innings over there when they were in here. He was warming up, and when they came out, they didn't bring him out to pitch.
Well, Kanata's going to go back to short, and see. Felipe Cruz is going to be the third baseman. And your new pitcher of record will, oh boy, I don't even have him in here. Who is that? Is it Rene Ramirez?
Yeah. Well, one thing about it, I guess, Garrett could not receive a loss here, that's for sure.
Nope. That's all on Mr. Kanata. Well, Rene Ramirez will take over on the mound.
I'd say this young man looks like a power pitcher, wouldn't you?
Well, I'd say right now, if you're Houston, you need a pitcher who can get the ball over the plate.
That's what you need.
That's the first step. It's here in the 7th. The bases are jammed with the cleanup hitter for Tulsa, which is Matt Merrill. And not only that, the pitcher of record for
He'd love
Tulsa.
to get himself out of there.
It's an interesting situation. Fastball over the inside corner, 0-1 the count. Now Matt has struck out 3 times today.
That doesn't do you any good either. He's got to be itching for a hit. I'm sure he's not batting cleanup because he usually strikes out.
Ooh, that was an interesting looking curve. 1-1 the count. My goodness, that would have been diving out of the way. When that thing came out of there, I thought it was going to go straight at his head. Nice movement on the back end of that, though. Ramirez fires. Fastball missing inside. And the count now 2-1. Bases loaded.
Strong
here in the 7th. A 3-0 lead for Houston, trying to hang on and go to the championship. And Matt Merrill trying to keep Tulsa alive here for a repeat. And a swing on a pitch low and in, and now 2-2, and Tulsa down to their final strike.
Boy, he was looking to put that one out of the park. He swung from the heels in that one.
Well, you hit one out here, and
that's
get yourself the lead.
Yeah, you get yourself a lead for the first time.
Delivery here from Ramirez. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, but the ball gets away. So not only is it a strikeout, but the game's still going. Well, that's interesting. So Merrill strikes out.
Yeah, he strikes out and the pitch was down in the dirt.
For the 4th time today, but it's still a 3-1 game, and
now he gets no RBI, right? Because he's
no,
right.
No.
Pass ball.
It's pass ball. It's basically like an error.
Actually, a wild pitch, I would say, probably.
So 3-1, the lead now for Houston.
Isn't that ironic? Treat, who's not let hardly anything past him. That time there, he gets one past him. He has just been.
Fastball over the outside corner, 0-1 the count on Dan Merrill. Merrill singled in the 2nd inning, grounded to second base in the 4th inning, and walked in the 6th. Delivery here, off speed, swing and a miss. And now 0-2, and again, Tulsa down to their final strike.
Yeah. By the way, Treat, that ball getting by him wasn't his fault. It was a wild pitch. But he's been so good back there blocking the balls. I wasn't trying to criticize him.
No, it's just every now and then one's going to get away, especially when you've been back there for 7 innings. And
kept
this foul back.
Nice swing, too.
So 0-2 now is right, and the delivery, that's fouled out of play. So I'll stay at 0-2. Well, Tulsa trying everything to come back in this game.
Making it.
So our final 3-1 as the Houston Falcons defeat the Tulsa Jaguars. Pitchers of record, the losing pitcher today will be Matt Merrill. Merrill ended up pitching a complete game, 6 innings, 3 runs on 1 hit, struck 8 and walked 3. For Houston, kind of a combined effort here. Garrett Mulligan went 6 1/3 innings, no runs on 3 hits, walked 4 and struck out 13. Oscar Canada pitched 1/3 of an inning, no hits, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout. Rene Ramirez finished things off as he gets the save. 2/3 of an innings pitched, no hits, 2 strikeouts, and no walks. Our final, the Houston Falcons 3, the Tulsa Jaguars 1. Tulsa will not repeat as champions. Houston has the opportunity to move on and get a World Series championship tomorrow. Right back here on the Christian Sports Network. Well, we appreciate you kind of sticking with this thing. I know it was kind of glitchy and all over the place as a broadcast as far as connections goes. We do apologize for that, but sometimes, cell towers and data and all that wasn't all that reliable. So, unfortunately, today, it just the connection issues were a little much. We're going to work on that between this game and the next game, see if we could fix that for you, and then hopefully we'll be good for the rest of the tournament. 3-1 is the win for the Houston Falcons over Tulsa. We'll have the other Division I semi